Okay, so Silver Tongue Devil here, doing a little bit of a stream. I'm primarily a bow user, but obviously crossbow for today. This is what I've been doing for a little while. This is why you probably haven't seen me play and catch the beanie as far as the leaderboards are concerned, or catch the Jerick, or catch the Schemos, or the For the Right. A couple of shout outs to those guys before. Thank you, Schemos, for giving me some pointers on the crossbow, because he's probably the best out of all of us on it, I would have thought. Thanks, Beanie, for giving my startup videos the once over. Nice one For the Right on your mathematics. I'm going to be embracing that for the executioner bonus. Anyway, without further ado, why are we here? Well, I'm a bow user. I don't or didn't really like this. Found it quite difficult to play. I tried playing it in the right hand, thinking pistol goes in right hand, but I found that my left hand just wasn't quite good enough at the action. It also changed the sticks over, different buttons on different controllers was a bit of a pain. This way, having the crossbow, I'd normally have the bow in my left hand. This way, having the crossbow in my left hand, the only change, shield on the right, shard on the left. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but to be fair, I only really use the shard for Asmodeus. So anyway, so what are we doing here? Well, what we're going to be looking at is the crossbow and just, well, the way that I've been using it. I've got a reasonably good score. I think I'm about 9th at the moment, just shy of 8 million. A lot of it I've been doing what I've been doing, which I'm about to show you, which is moving at them, being in their faces and rapid fire, going for the headshots. First things first, work on this action. If you can get this action down, you've got most of it in the bag already, I think. I will put the caveat on this that I'm kind of appealing to people here who play the bow, know how the game works, have got a bit of experience in the game, and can maybe get a cycle or two in or what have you, and are just looking at putting a crossbow score up on those leaderboards for that all-important legend rank. So without further ado, I'll get into it a little bit more. So we're going to be rapid firing, and we're going to be making a point of keeping those kills no longer than 5 seconds between each other to hopefully carry this executioner bonus, string a load of kills together. Now, what I am going to be doing here, quick note, I've already gone and done the pit. That's the style of the times at the moment. We've got to do the pit first, get that 2.5 times multiplier, and then come back. You'll see that my score is under already 106,000, so keep note of that, 106,000. I'd expect 300,000 by the end of this, by the end of these 3 sections, and ready to battle the boss. So without further ado, so we're just going to be plowing through the enemies. We're going to be prioritizing the archers because they're the ones that can hit us from behind. Anything that does get behind us, as long as we're moving forward, they won't be able to hit us. I'll demonstrate that in a minute. Also, backpedaling is a good idea whilst you're rattling off the bolts. But let's see if I can do this and not make a hash of it. So, headshot you, and we want to be keeping on moving. If there are enemies behind us, that's all well and good, because that will allow us to keep the chain going. We can just simply turn around behind ourselves, let them have the good news, just like all the guys in front. Again, prioritize the archers. Those are the threat to our life. We don't care too much about life, especially on cycle 1. If you start getting into this, you'll find that you can get through this, you can cut the cycles in half. You can get through them real quick. We won't worry too much about shards. We're not going to worry too much about pickups. We'll come back to those later. But it's all about, and this is where the experience comes in, as I didn't demonstrate there, or they weren't there, knowing where those enemies are likely to be within the spawn of the map that you've got. And keeping it going, trying to chain as many kills together as possible. I'll have you, I'll have you. And as you'll see, I'm trying to go for headshots, but the fact of the matter is, I suck accuracy-wise with the crossbow. So in most FPS games, what do when I suck with a gun or with something like a single shotter? Well, I'll go on an LMG, and the principle is hose as many bullets in their direction as you can and you'll probably get the hit. As I say, as you're closing that distance, you want to be aiming center of mass and raising to the headshot. That helps for later cycles. Those initial hits will stun lock the enemy, and then you raise them up to bring it into the headshot. So almost like a bit of a creeping barrage with a crossbow. So let's find some more and carry on going. A few guys over there. Now we know there's one behind us. He will literally follow us. I'll use him to keep this combo going. Straight into here. I want to. And so, as I say, to labour the point, we're just trying to keep this combo going, taking out the archers, getting headshots where we can, because if you're not a massive fan of the crossbow and you're just wanting to get that score, yeah, probably haven't got time to get a decent aim. But if you're like me, you want a score. Cheers, Ghost. Ghosts can be a bit of a pain in the ass with this, just because they obviously don't die unless you're hitting in the right spot. But it's at that point that we then start backpedaling, and just yamming full of bolts and hope for the best. So let's see if we can do that now. There's one down. We'll have you with the archer as well. Another skill for this is pulling the teleport arrow as you're firing, because that way it keeps you moving, keeps you firing. If it hits near, happy days. If it hits them, it's damage. Ultimately, if you can keep on getting those kills, you'll keep the score going. Did forget, actually, there's some enemies up here. Could have used them for the chain. But, and as I say, in their faces, get the headshots where you can. If, like me, you can't aim with this thing for toffee, then just keep on wanging the bolts out. The one thing that I've found as well to help with this click-clack motion is the motion is easy enough. Concentrate on the triggers and getting that left trigger, right trigger, left trigger, right trigger. And hopefully the rest will look after itself. Don't get me wrong, it takes a little bit of practice, but a lot less practice than playing it properly. So we can hear the orphan. We're going to try and include the orphan in our little combo that we have going on. We're going to do that by, hopefully, orphan will be to the right, left of us now. No. I don't think that's going to make a combo, but we'll get a couple, try and finish her off with it. Notice again, just going for the kill, get the headshots where you can, but you'll also see how much movement I'm doing and how much moving about I'm doing. Now that we've probably broken combo, just emphasize this point, labour this point as well. Thank you. Now, these knights are behind me, and we can hear them swinging away. And they're going to try and get that hit. But I can literally, as long as I don't turn around and look at them, it's almost like they're not there. Well, they're there, but they can't hit me. You can use this to keep your combo going, because I know that I got some enemies behind me, so I can keep on walking forward, deal with what's in front of me, and then, you know, if it's looking like 5 seconds is going to pass without me downing something, I can just teleport in front, turn around, oh look, there they are. Now, again, I can turn around and I can just walk forward. This guy can't get me. If I stop walking, he'll stop too. Wasn't expecting that. Normally they'll just carry on. I think there's something weird in the mechanics here where you can't be hit in melee from behind. I've never actually stopped. I've always carried on walking. So there you go. Something else new. As long as you're walking, they can't hit you from behind. If you're going bananas, like you're going to be doing if you embrace this with the crossbow, that's something to bear in mind. Keep them grouped, keep shooting, prioritize the archers, go for the headshots. That's group up here. There. Black Knights can be a bit of a problem if you don't drop them with headshots. Only takes a couple. But what you can do if you're struggling with getting the headshots with them, couple in them, drop something else, then finish off, keep the combo going. But it's all about keeping that momentum, keeping that combo going. What you don't want to be doing is forgetting about guys like this and having to put the headshot in. But if you do, you know, that's probably the last guy on the level. I think I've got everybody. Memory, remember where all that stuff dropped. I cannot remember what dropped or where it dropped because I wasn't thinking about that. To be fair, I've got a full quiver of the finest selection of bolts you will ever see, such as Barrage of Needles 2 and Pestilence, Hail of Arrows. They're really going to help. So I'll just do a little bit more. It's actually quite easy to keep the combo going, and that's the principle of this, keeping the combo going. So at the moment we're at 287,000 odd. So I would come up here, try and grab a couple of kills. Keeping on moving is another big thing. I know there's a guy down here, I know there's a couple of guys in here, and I can walk through here, and I can slowly start shooting the guys that are around, keeping this combo going. Bit of backpedaling there to make distance to these guys. Once we get in here, we're made. A couple of bolts over there just to aggro over on. They can come towards us, and then should be able to keep the combo going nice. Now, the thing is, this isn't going to make you an amazing amount of points, but we're not here for an amazing amount of points. You want to be in the 10 million club for the crossbow. Go talk to Schemos. He knows his stuff on that. I'm sure he'll put up a tutorial video at some point showing us all how to do the crossbow properly. And I would imagine it'll involve a lot of long-range headshots, a lot of boredom, and probably doesn't make for good viewing material. Whereas this is, I mean, the reason why I embraced it is find it quite fun, find it quite exhilarating. I was very much ready to hate the crossbow. I've always assumed, wrongly, before anybody jumps in, that the crossbow was for the unskilled. It's just a different set of skills now that I've played it. Different to these skills, my skills are not the set you want to do if you want to play the crossbow to an amazing level. But I would like to think that with having a little bit of experience with the bow, a little bit of experience with where enemies are likely to spawn, placements, threat levels of what you're going to be dealing with when you're marching into them, should all come together. So I'm not going to do the boss, and that's for another time. As I said, you know, we've already done the pit going into this, and we were at 106. And there you go, we're at 308,294. It's a short and sweet video. I mean, that's probably taken us best part of 12, 15 minutes or something like that, and then maybe 5 minutes in the pit as well. So not bad. Anyway, I'll probably put this on YouTube. You know what to do with the like and the subscribe side of things if you want to see more than this. If it's helped anybody out, or if you completely agree, or you think, oh my God, my lovely crossbow, what are you doing? You're absolutely jeopardizing my playstyle, then let me know in the comments. Anyway, I've been Silver Tongue Devil. Thank you very much for your time.